significant legal news coming out, breaking news coming out this evening. There has been 10 documents, roughly 10 documents, from current President Joe Biden's vice presidential tenure in office that were found at the Penn Biden Center for Diplomacy and Global Engagement in Washington, D.C. Biden's lawyers found the documents on November 2nd, and they were located in a closet and they found them when they were uh, vacating office space for to put who knows what else in the office. And now Merrick Garland has assigned U.S. Attorney in Chicago to review the documents that were classified and figure out what further action needs to take place, um, how they got there, what exactly the contents were, their history, and why they were just discovered now, and who should be held responsible for these being found in certainly not an official storage area for presidential dealings. Um, so unlike Donald Trump's fiasco that he's currently experiencing, as this CBS article makes the comparison to, is different than the Biden thing that has now come out, because at one point Trump's lawyers said that they had returned all classified documents, but when the FBI raided Mar-a-Lago, they found more and more boxes, and the amount of documents in question is also different. Here we're looking at about 10 documents. In the Trump case, we're looking at about 10 boxes of government, and the location is also different. The Trump documents were at his personal home in a completely other state, and these documents were at a building in DC close to the White House. Was Biden's name and being used frequently for official government um, proceedings. So this is something that now Republicans are saying that, hey, it's not really a big deal that Trump took those documents, because Biden has now been found to have been at least a part of some type of irresponsibility with putting these documents in places where they aren't supposed to be. And Democrats are saying that these situations are totally different and not comparable, and that's the argument this article was making too, highlighting the clear differences between both of these situations. So it's important that in these times we move away from the politics side of it and focus on the legal. Um, it's good that Merrick Garland is assigning a, U.S. attorney to deal with this, and just like every other case of classified documents that's happened in the past and is currently ongoing, this should be pursued to the fullest extent of the law, and based on the conclusions of the investigation and the evidence, the appropriate action from the standpoint of punishment and consequences should be taken regardless of politics and you know uh, polit- politics of the DOJ is what I'm trying to say, and that's something the DOJ is trying to avoid, and both sides at various points in the past uh, decade or so have accused the DOJ of being over politicized. So we'll see where this story goes, and hopefully we can figure out how these documents got to this location, and who's responsible, and hold them accountable if that's what is deemed necessary.